Hudl 2. A lot of these devices have allegedly been suffering from a cracked screen when the devices haven't been dropped. A lot of the time you'll find that the crack will appear somewhere down through the middle of the screen like this, and there's been lots of reports of such occurrences where people have insisted that they haven't dropped the Hudl, that in actual fact a lot of the time it's just cracked when they've come to use it, or cracked after it's been on charge. For the most part, these instances are caused by the battery in the Hudl 2 swelling and ballooning. Here we have, for comparison, a new Hudl 2 battery alongside the battery which came out of this device, and as you can see, this battery has swollen very badly. Let's turn that one around like so, to the extent that strangely enough this one actually survived, because what it did in fact was, as the battery swelled, it actually pushed the screen completely out of the housing. I've refitted this screen, and that's very unusual. Normally the screens are in there so well that the swollen battery will actually just crack the screen across the top. Lots of causes for this. It could be a faulty power pack, that's actually quite rare. Faulty charging circuit in the battery itself. Faulty battery itself. I mean, this one is actually filled with gases that have expanded from it. It's probably not long off popping in actual fact. And in this case, this instance, probably the fact that this Hudl has been used constantly plugged in on its charger for probably about 18 months. These batteries actually need to go through a charge and discharge cycle on an occasional basis. Keeping them plugged into the charger constantly is a very bad idea. So there you go. This one's a nice straightforward fix. Replacement batteries are currently about £9.99, £10, something like that. Had it cracked the screen, that would have been a different issue. I've pre-tested this one. The screen has survived, and I've managed to refit the screen on its original adhesive banding just by simply warming it up with a hairdryer and carefully easing it back in. So that's going to stay put. New battery to be fitted in this, no other damage as far as I can tell, which is quite unusual. As I say, normally you'll find that the battery will swell. This side of the battery in particular is against the back of the screen. It is screwed into the Hudl, so as it expands it pushes against the underside of the screen and cracks it, normally kind of round about through there, right the way through. So don't leave them on charge all the time. Give them the occasional discharge. I mean, you can go through it every few days, but leaving them plugged into their charger, constantly charging for 18 months isn't a particularly good idea. So that's a very short one on this one. Hudl 2, ballooning batteries and cracked screens.